Good morning. Welcome to EAP Engineering, Class 7. This is March 23rd, and we will talk about two things very briefly today. I won't have too much to say because some of the things that you'll be doing will be watching a couple of different online videos related to two specific aspects of class today. The first thing we'll talk about is how to write a professional email. And we may do more with this later, but I want to give you a simple introduction and an exercise to do. When we talk about writing professional emails, I think a good way to look at it perhaps is that the level of formality of this email is somewhat in between a casual communication and a formal business letter that you would type out and print out and mail, for example, with the job application. For a lot of these business emails, you may be communicating with somebody whom you already know or whom you've already had some communication with. Um, so it's sort of the formality level is somewhat in between casual and very formal. Um, I will post for you a YouTube clip to watch, and this is about 18 minutes long, titled How to Write Professional Emails in English. And it's pretty good. And what I will do then is on our HisNet site, I will describe to you a business situation. I'll give you the context. And for homework, I want you to write out and send to me a email message. And what I think I will have you do is I will give you my email address and ask you just to send it directly to me by email. And this will be the first part of class today. The second part of class today is a follow-up on something you did in our previous class. Um, we've been talking about sources or forms of energy, and you were previously asked to choose one of 6 different areas or types of alternative energy and to submit a simple annotated bibliography listing 5 different sources and how the information in those sources might be useful to you. What we will do eventually is you will turn that information and whatever else you add to it, you'll develop that into your first presentation in this class. I'm sorry that I can't tell you when that presentation will be because we don't know when we'll start meeting again. Um, but you could also you could even though that's true, you could go ahead and start to begin to work on that. Um, so what I've done is I've uploaded a pretty good resource for you to look at. It's a TED Talks called How to Avoid Death by PowerPoint. It's about 20 minutes long. It's easy to listen to. And the speaker gives us several good principles to remember when we write PowerPoints that we'll use with our presentations. The reason I'm uploading this for you is I want you, or I will require you to use PowerPoint along with your presentation that you give on this topic. So watch the video and keep in mind the principles, and I want to see how well you can apply those in your PowerPoint presentation. So I am still deciding the exact parameters of your presentation, but it'll probably be a presentation that is from 5 to 8 minutes long, a minimum of 5, a maximum of 8, and this will be an individual presentation. When you give the presentation, you are required to use PowerPoint as part of your presentation, and you will be required to speak to your audience but not read to us. So during your presentation, you will not be allowed to write out in complete sentences everything you want to say and then bring that up and simply read it. You cannot read to us. You must speak to us. One thing that you can do, though, is you can make an outline of what you want to speak, ideas you want to share. Not complete sentences, just words and phrases. One, you know, Chernobyl plant, A, B, C, things like that. You can have a simple outline that fits on one small page, and you can have that with you to help keep you on track when you give your presentation. You could also have your phone or a watch with you to help keep track of time. So what I recommend is that you research your topic and you prepare a simple outline, and then you just practice by yourself, sharing your ideas. Don't memorize every word you're going to say, but become familiar with your topic. Become comfortable speaking from an outline. And of course, your PowerPoint presentation, if it's well prepared, will also help you to stay on track and give a good presentation. So how will you be evaluated? You don't have to speak like a native speaker with perfect pronunciation to get a good score. You will be evaluated according to several criteria. Um, One will be just your fluency and your intonation. Um, do you have good volume? If you're speaking from an outline, you probably have some natural pauses, rising and falling intonation. If you just read, it's flat. But so we'll consider that. Also, how do you do with your time limitation? If you speak too long or too little, then you get a penalty. And it depends on how long or how short you speak, how big that penalty is. I will also, one category I will evaluate is the quality of your PowerPoint slides and that part of your presentation. And probably the toughest thing to do, which will be part of your evaluation, will be how you present yourself. That is your posture. Do you stand and face the audience? Maybe sometimes use some hand gestures. And the most difficult thing is to maintain good eye contact. You don't want to just look straight ahead or look up at the ceiling or look at one person or look at one side of the room. Don't just look at me if I'm in the room, but you make eye contact with everyone on all sides of the room, and you draw people into your presentation. So again, um, this concludes our video for today, at least my part of the video. But you'll see on HisNet that you have a couple of YouTube video clips to watch. Again, one will talk about how to write a good professional business email, and the second one will give you some key things to remember so that you can use PowerPoint effectively in your presentations. Have a great day.